Montana Fouts is going to join us each week, courtesy of Summit Tree Stands, a leading manufacturer of premium quality, high-performance tree stands, safety harnesses, and tree stand accessories. We're going to give you a code on how you can save on all your tree stands at summitstands.com. That is summitstands.com. Montana, as you know, is one that loves the outdoors as well, and she joins us now in camo. How are you today, Montana?
I actually didn't even realize that I was wearing this, but thanks.
So
I'm great. How are y'all doing?
Great. It's so natural she doesn't even realize she's wearing it. Yeah.
We'll talk a little outdoors and stuff with you in a second, but I want to start with your sport, softball, and this Alabama team. You take 2 of 3 in a battle of 2 top 6 teams down in Gainesville. Tell me about that series and the rivalry that you and Florida have, Alabama and Florida there. There's a little bit of you guys are the only 2 programs to win the national championship. Is there always a lot of energy when those 2 teams play each other?
Yeah, I think so, just because I think that there's just so much respect, I think, between the 2 programs, just because it's always a battle. It doesn't matter your record before. It just every weekend that we play each other, and a lot of times we play each other in the postseason, whether it's SEC tournament or after that. I think it's always battle. So, and of course, we know all the players. You know, I mean, we've grown up playing against each other in travel ball. So I think every time it's just a huge battle, and it's a fun time too. Of course, we wish we would have taken 3, but it was a good time.
Montana, I know in football, Auburn is the biggest rival. Who do you consider to be the biggest rival in softball?
Shoot, I guess really any team that you play in the World Series, but I think Florida is probably Florida, Tennessee, Oklahoma, really almost any team that you could probably name is probably our biggest one.
I'm a big superstitious guy. Ryan Brown, the guy that just asked you the question before, does not believe in superstitions. I'm going to assume, though, just, growing up playing baseball, most baseball players, softball players are superstitious. Are you superstitious, and is there anything you do pregame?
100%. Yes. I feel like it's also gotten to the point now it's where it's like I don't even realize it's a superstition that I'm doing. It's just like out of habit I do these things because I think they work. But I guess pregame, last year I'd say that I started taking Epsom salt baths. One, because like they're good for you, but also I started doing them and we were winning, and I was like, oh, this must be it. Like I've got to do them. And I take them and I would eat. I haven't picked my fruit yet this year, but I'd have the same energy drink, the same kind, and like 3 pieces of mango. I don't even like the number 3. No offense to anybody that's number 3, but I would eat 3 pieces of mango, drink the energy drink in this Epsom salt bath before I get ready, before every game. So it's a lot of work, but I am superstitious.
So if that worked, that worked last year, so you don't do that this year?
I know. I'm thinking new year, it's a completely different team. And around this time last year is when I started it. So I think this weekend coming up, I'm going to choose my fruit and stick with it and just kind of see where we go.
Well, let's go with some options. So give me some options of fruits you're thinking of. Okay.
Well, it's got to be easy accessible. So I can't go and then be out because I'm in freak out mode.
Yeah.
You're right. We'll give you an interesting thing.
Tons of time.
We had Charles Barkley on the show. This was years ago when we had him on, and Rockstar producer asked him if you could only have one fruit for the rest of your life, what would that fruit be? And it was one of the most random answers.
What did he say, papaya or something like that?
He went with the pear. He said he would only have
a pear.
A pear. So you could go with a pear, Montana.
No.
Dude, I don't know. I think I'd have to cut it up or something, right? Yeah. Or they come in cans, and I don't think I'm going to shut the cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
I'm interested in your off season because you became an NIL superstar. I thought. I mean, everyone was talking football, and when this NIL started, then boom! I see Montana Fouts on social media. You had products. I think the first one I saw, and it was almost I laughed one time. I saw your first post on. You had the egg, right, that woke you up in the mornings or something, and like an alarm clock. Tell me about that one. And have you had some products that you're like, no, I'm not going to do that one. I'm not going to do that one.
Well, I think definitely it's a lot of it's more of like kind of seeing what fits, and we don't really want to do anything that kind of takes away from me, I guess. Like, right. Definitely, like, of course I use like an alarm clock getting up and stuff like that. So that was easy. Like, it's not really difficult for me to say, hey, I like this alarm clock. Like, I still use it. I used it this morning. So it's not like something like that. But I guess like a truck. I got my truck, which is so awesome because I got it from a hometown place. So that was really awesome. And I love trucks. So it just kind of works out. It's mold.
Wow. What a life that is.
Yeah, see, I like that. I mean, it works because I almost went out and bought the X thing myself.
Of course you did, yeah.
Oh, it's sort of natural sunlight waking me up.
What you need to know about Dunaway, Montana, he's an easy mark. I mean, you could sell him almost anything.
Yeah,
and he's not going to like it though.
Yeah, that's right. He's gonna. I thought he'd be better.
I was behind you for the Georgia game Monday night. I sat with Emily right behind you, and the access, man, at these games, the stadium is so small. I've watched on years for television, but that was my first time to go to a live game. I mean, I'm in row one, but I felt like I was sitting in the dugout with you, and I was so disappointed you didn't pitch. Were you planning on pitching that night, and Kilfoyle just had the no-hitter?
Yeah, I mean, I think every game that I'm not pitching, I'm always trying to stay ready just because I want to be in every game, but that was such a special night for her. So I'm just really glad that she got to do that, and she was killing it. So I can't blame Murph, and I'm glad that she got that night.
All right, we are talking with Montana Fouts on the JohnsonRVCenter.com hotline. She's presented each week by Summit Tree Stands, are carefully engineered to be the most silent, secure, comfortable, and safest tree stands available. You can save 14% on all tree stands right now at summitstands.com, code Montana14. That's summitstands.com. Use code Montana14 to save 14%. Biggest wild game you have ever killed in the field is what?
Shoot. I don't know. I just took it up last year, but I think like pheasants. I didn't realize how hard that going pheasant hunting would be. I don't know that we don't really have them around here, so they're not like, it's not wild, but when we went in Kansas, I thought it was great. I thought it was just crazy. Them and quail, I guess.
Did they provide dogs for you when you go on a quail hunt? Do you have to have dogs?
We went with, it was like with Dirt Road Outfitters, and he had a friend that just so happened to be in, and he had a couple dogs. So we took them out, and definitely had to have dogs because we would walk past some, I guess, pheasants through these. I mean, they had to have been like 5 foot tall, just like thickets. And I mean, I'm like, I don't have boots that fit me yet at the point. So I was wearing muck boots, which was a horrible decision for me. And I was so sore the next day, but there's no way that we could have done it without the dogs now.
I'm going to assume you've never been on an alligator hunt. I've actually had alligator. I did read that alligator is your favorite food, which is a little strange.
What now? She grew up in Kentucky.
How do you like your alligator prepared? And is that true? Is it really your favorite food? And how often do you eat it?
I will say that I feel like that interview was probably when I was like around 13 or 14. But when
your palate has changed so much.
Yeah, she's refined now, right?
Yeah, right. So I would say now my favorite food is steak, but I do like fried alligator. We actually had it. We were in Louisiana for some games a couple weeks ago, and we had it. And it was the first time in like a long time I had it. And I was like, I can see why my 13-year-old self would say this, but I can't make it first compared to steak. No.
And I know everybody says it tastes like chicken, but the fried alligator tail, I think I had alligator tail, is almost like this is a weird description, Montana, almost like a more pure chicken. Does that make sense?
I can see that. Yeah. I don't know the exact word. I feel like that's probably the closest word you can get, but I would say that that's probably, you're probably right.
Yeah, I'm interested because is it your dad or was it grandparents? Who got you into the outdoor life? Because I worked in Lexington, Kentucky for a while. And I never made it to Grayson. Is that where you're from? Grayson, Kentucky. But I pulled it up on the map. Obviously, in northeast Kentucky, a lot of mountains in that area. What got you interested in being an outdoor person?
Yeah, my dad's always been into it, and I think he's always hunted. I mean, I hear stories about him. He's hunted in Africa, Canada, went around everywhere, just traveling, playing softball, and hunting a lot. So, and I was talking about this to somebody yesterday. It was always like during the fall, a lot of the times in high school, I would be playing on the weekends, and during the week, of course, I had to go to school. So more of my thing growing up was fishing because I never really had the opportunity to go on the weekends a lot because of softball. But whenever I got here to school, I got to be able to go. So I thought that was fun. But him, my brother, Yeah, I remember us always being outside.
So from the mound, would you be more accurate with a softball or with a bow and arrow?
Ooh.
I would probably have to say it's softball, honestly, just because I feel like a couple more hours have went into that game.
Wow, that's a great question, though. I mean, I would imagine you could hit the target with both almost on command.
Well, how about this? What's the strangest thing you've ever thrown a softball at?
My cousin. Yeah, he was bouncing the ball, and he was like, "I bet you can't hit me right here." And I was like, "Okay." And then down he went.
Down he went. Down he just hit him. He knocked him down.
Tell me about your dad, because I watch him, as any parent is, I guess, when their daughter's pitching. But he seems always nervous, always on the move, and moving around. Is he a guy? Did he play the sport as well?
Yeah, he quit playing whenever I was probably around like 5 or 6 to start coaching me and traveling with me. So he's always played, and he was playing fast pitch and slow pitch probably around the time that he quit. But he definitely is way more nervous than I am. We always joked about that because he would always coach me. So he'd always be in the dugout. And when I came to school here, of course, he's not in the dugout. So now he can't sit still. And he just paces around the concourse because, again, he's more nervous. He's definitely more nervous.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video on Twitter of this little girl standing above the bullpen mimicking your every move?
Yes, I just saw that today. It definitely made my day, that's for sure.
I mean, that's pretty incredible. I mean, she does a spot-on imitation of your pitching style. She's really good at it.
Yeah, it was so cute. She definitely capped the weekend.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, so Alabama takes on Mississippi State next. Am I right about that? Dunaway. Mississippi State, yes.
3 games.
3 games starting tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. Montana will be with us each week, and it's presented by Summit Tree Stands, a product I know you use in the woods, Montana.
Yes, I'm excited. I just got a new one in, so I'm excited to see how it works because, it's safe, and my dad would definitely freak out if these things weren't safe. Trust me.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They've got the safety harness, the high-performance tree stands, tree stand accessories. You can see it all at summitstands.com. That is summitstands.com. Don't forget to save 14% on all your orders when you use code Montana14. That is Montana14 at summitstands.com.
Right.
Good luck against Mississippi State, Montana. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. That is Montana Fouts on the JohnstonRVCenter.com. Hotline presented by Summit Tree Stands.
She seems so nice there and so intimidating on the hill.
Oh, she's a nice girl.
That's a good combination.
It is. You turn it on. Makes you can turn it on when she needs to.